Good morning to all my dear students. I am Neelam Miss from Mehdi English School, your social science teacher, and today we are going to continue with our chapter number 10, Indian Agriculture Part 3. Before starting our lesson, I welcome you all with the good thought. Education is the movement from the darkness to light. Once again, education is the movement from darkness to light. In this lesson, we have learned about the agriculture is an important resource of India. We have learned about 60% of labor power is engaged in agriculture. It means 60% of people is doing agriculture work. Our Indian economy is getting main support from agriculture. Agriculture is important resource in India. Agriculture occupies 22% of national income and other 18% of foreign exchange. It means national income is coming from crops and farm products. Because of this, we can earn huge foreign exchange. It means that India is an agrarian country because Indian economy is mainly dependent on agriculture. We have learned about the reasons why the agriculture production is less in India compared to world. After all, we are agrarian country. We have also learned about types of farming. There are 6 types of farmings are there in India. Subsistence farming, dry farming, wet farming, shifting zoom agriculture, plantation agriculture, intensive farming. And yesterday we have completed about the shifting zoom agriculture. Shifting zoom agriculture, it means here the forests are burned and cleared and farming is carried out. Here the farming take place for 2 or 3 years. When the soil fertility is reduced, the same method will applied and start farming at another place. This is called zoom cultivation. This is called plantation agriculture. Plantation agriculture is also known as special type of agriculture. It required more capital investment, skill, technical knowledge, machine, fertilizer, protections and transportation facility is required with a good quality. It means it required huge amount of capital and it required lots of care to do a plantation agriculture. So it is also known as special type of agriculture. And then we have learned related to intensive farming. Intensive farming, it means to do farming with a modern machinery. Like that. So if we will use a modern machinery for a net sown to sown the area, then the crop cultivation will be increased and it is not time consuming. Intensive farming, it means that to use modern machineries, insecticides, pesticides, chemicals and modern equipment in the farming. Here the importance is given to economic return. So, most ofly the cash crops are grown in this type of farming. This farming is also known as commercial farming. And we have learned about the farming methods. There are 3 types of farming methods are there in India. Organic farming, sustainable farming and mixed farming. We have learned about organic farming yesterday. Organic farming is totally done with natural things. It means that Earthworm, cow dung, neem solvent, cow urine is used as insecticides and fertilizer to grow the crops. It is full of nutrition. There is no pesticides and chemical insecticides are used in this type of farming. Here there is no inorganic farming, even they are not using the chemical like urea also in their cultivation. Even the organic farm products are full of nutrition. They contain natural taste, sweetness and fragrance. And today we are going to learn our new topic, that is sustainable farming. Sustainable farming. In order to see that the soil fertility is retained for a longer time. The sustain means a long run. The thing which goes to the long run. It means that we can extend generation to generation or a long period of a time. That is the meaning of sustainable. Now here, sustainable farming, it means that in order to see the soil is fertile, the soil fertility, it means that the soil is having the fertility and it retained for a long time. It means soil is fertile soil and the fertility is retained for the longer time. So it is known as sustainable farming. Care is taken for the crop rotation. Here in this type of farming, lots of care is taken. If they are doing rotation, if they are shifting to one place to another place, if they are rotating the crops, then they are taking too much of care. Use of chemical fertilizer only when necessary. It means in sustainable farming, the speciality is that here the soil is having a fertile soil. It means that the fertility is retained for a long time. Why? Because the reason is that they are not using chemical fertilizer daily. They are using chemical fertilizer only when it is necessary. So the fertility of soil is maintained. Use of a biotic control for the insects and harvest. Here they are using a biotic control. It means they are using natural things to protect crops from insects and to protect the crops from harvest. It means they are using natural things. They are not using any pesticides. It means they are not using any chemicals on the crops. They are doing harvest and water conservation. It means that they are doing water conservation. It means they are conserving the water. They are protecting the water and they are harvesting the water. Harvesting, it means that to save a water for the future needs. It means that they are saving the rainwater in the form of water harvesting, so that they can use that water in future for their agriculture purpose. It means sustainable farming is having the advantages like it retain the soil fertility for the longer time. Why? Because they are using chemical fertilizer only when it is required. They are using biotic controls for the insect. It means that insect does not destroy the crop, so they are using biotic. It means natural things to protect the crops. Even they are doing water harvesting also. They are conserving the water also for their future need. So it is called sustainable farming. Now we are going to learn about mixed farming. As per the name suggests that mixed farming, it means to do the crop cultivation together. That is known as mixed farming. You can see in the picture the different the crops has been grown together. So it is known as mixed farming. Mixed farming, here the cattle rearing, poultry, sericulture. It means that is called a silk farming, in the process of making silk fiber. It means silk clothes. And fishery, etc. are also carried out simultaneously along with the farming. It means they are doing farming also and they are doing poultry work, sericulture work. It means a process of making silk fiber, means silk material. Even they are doing fishery work. It means that they are doing more than 2 or 3 work together. That is known as mixed farming. And they will also grow a different types of crops in their farming together. So it is known as mixed farming. Now we are going to learn about agriculture products of India. As per the seasons, the agriculture crops of India are grouped into 3 categories. It means that we all are knowing in India there is mainly 3 seasons, that is summer, winter and monsoon. As the agriculture crops is also divided into the 3 categories. It means that the agriculture crops in India is divided into 3 categories on the basis of their season. The 3 categories are Kharif crop, Rabi crop and Zaid crop. Kharif monsoon crop. It means that Kharif crop is also known as monsoon crops. Crops which are taken during rainy season are called Kharif crop. It means the crops which are grown during rainy season, that is called Kharif crops. Time of these crops is from June to July and October to November. It means the crops which are grown during rainy season, that crop is known as Kharif crops. Kharif crops is also known as monsoon crops. And the time period of growing this Kharif crop is from June to July and from October to November. Which crops are called a Kharif crop and which crops are grown in monsoon season? The crops like paddy, maize, jowar, millet, cotton, till, groundnut, moong and mud are the Kharif crop. Once again, Kharif crop is also known as monsoon crops. The crops which is grown in rainy season or during rainy season is called Kharif crop. Now we are going to learn related to Rabi crops. Rabi crops is also known as winter crops. The crops which are taken during winter season are called Rabi crop. It means the crops which are grown during winter season is called Rabi crop. The time of this crop is from October, November to March and April. It means at what time we can grow the Rabi crops. It means October to November and to March and April. This crops is known as Rabi crops. Which type of crops are grown and which type of crop we can say as a Rabi crops? The crops which are grown in winter seasons like wheat, gram, barley, mustard, linseed, etc. are the Rabi crops. Now we will learn about Zaid summer crops. Zaid crops is also known as summer crops. The crops which are taken, it means grown during summer season, are called Zaid crop. It means the crop which is grown during summer season is known as Zaid crop. The time of this crop is from March to June. It means the crops which are grown in March to June is known as Zaid crop. Zaid crop is also known as summer crops. Which crops is grown during the summer season? It means paddy, maize, groundnut, till, millet and fruit. fruits like watermelon, cucumber, muskmelon, etc. are the zaid crop. It means in India, agricultural products are divided into three categories as per the season, that is kharif crop, rabi crops and zaid crop. Kharif crop, the crops which are grown during rainy season is called kharif crop. The crops which are grown during winter season is called rabi crops, and the crops which are grown during summer season is called zaid crops. Major agriculture crops. As we all know that India has a diversity and it is also a diversified climate also. India is divided into 4 zones, that is east, west and north and south, which you have learned in 9th standard. As the diversity of agriculture is also divided into, it means the vegetation is also divided into the 4 zone also. You can see the diversity with the different climates, with the different varieties of a soil, with the different varieties, you can also see while there is a change in atmosphere. It means that the India is divided into 4 zones, and that 4 zone will cultivate the different types of crops, and we can see the different varieties of crops in these 4 types of zone in India. Due to the diversity in geographical condition, climate, varieties of land, amount of rainfall, etc., different crops are grown in the different parts of India. It means that due to a diversity in geographical condition, it means in India there is different climate, different varieties of land, different type of soil, which you have learned in chapter number 8. In India we can found total 8 type of soil are there in India, and the varieties of land, varieties of soil and the amount of rainfall. It means that in India, if you will go in Rajasthan, it means in West India, the rainfall range is 70 or less than 70 in Rajasthan. When you are going in South India, then the rainfall range is between 200 and more than 200 centimeter. So the amount of rainfall will also affect the diversity. It means differences in the crops, even the climates. If you see the climates, then there is a lots of difference between West India and the climate of North India, that you can compare by the temperature also. So because of the geographical condition in the climate and the variety of land, the different crops are grown in the different parts of region in India. You can see here, okay, this is the table which type of crops are grown in India. The food grains, which food grains are grown in India, that is paddy, wheat, jowar, millet, maize and barley. These are the grains, these are the food grains which are grown in India. Which pulses are grown in India though? Pulses like tuver, mung, gram, peas, bean, mud, urad and lentil are the pulses. These are the pulses which are mainly grown in India. Oil seeds, it means the seeds from which we can make a oil, edible oil. It means edible oil, it means the oil which we are taken to make our food, which we can eat. It means that groundnut, til, soybean, castor, mustard, sunflower, coconut and linseed. These are all the oil seeds. Beverages like tea, coffee and cocoa. In India, which 3 beverages have grown in India? That is tea, coffee and cocoa. Cash crop. Which cash crop? Cash crop, it means that here we can get the economical return a lot. so it is also known as commercial farming. So cash crop like cotton, sugarcane, jute, tobacco and rubber, this crop is having a more demand in market, so it is known as cash crop. Condiments, it means that cumin seed, fennel, isabgol, coriander, fenugreek, ajwain, black pepper and garlic. These are the condiments are grown in India. Fruits like mango, banana, chiku, papaya, grape, jojoba, apple and guava are the main fruits are grown in India. Vegetables like potato, brinjal, onion, bottle gourd, turia, lady's finger, cabbage, cauliflower and various vegetables are grown in India. So while seeing this chart, we can able to know that in India we grow grains, pulses, oilseeds, beverages, cash crop, condiments, even fruits and vegetable. It means we grow each and every agriculture products are grown in India. Food grains. Food grains are cultivated in about 75% of total area sown and about 50% of total production comes from grains. Major food grains are follows. It means that we have seen the table before. It means that in India that we cultivate the land about 75%. It means that, for example, you have cultivated your land for 75%. You have cultivated your land with the grains, but only production you will get about 50%. It doesn't mean that if you have grown the 75% of grain, then you will also get the production 75%. Almost whatever you grow, the net sown, you will get only 50% of that production. It means if you are going 75% of a land you are cultivating with the grains, then only 50% production you will get from that 75%. While seeing this chart, you can able to understand that, for example, this is my land and I have grown the grains 75%, but how many return? It means return production, I am only getting about 50%. It means I am not getting total 75%. It will always get a less production whatever you are growing. You will always get 25% less production. So today we have learned about sustainable farming. Sustainable farming, it means to long run. It means that here the advantage is that here the soil fertility is retained for the long period of a time. The care is also taken for the when the crop rotation is done, they are taking a lots of care. They are not using chemical fertilizer in the daily basis. They are only using chemical fertilizer when it is necessary. Even they are to protect a crop from insect, they are using biotic control. It means they are using natural things. Even they are also harvesting and conserving water for the future need. We have learned today related to mixed farming. Mixed farming, it means that the whole thing they are doing simultaneously along with the farming. With the farming they are also doing cattle rearing, poultry, sericulture and fishery. They are doing this whole thing together with the farming simultaneously. So it is known as mixed farming, and mixed farming means also known as that they grow more than one crop together. Today we have learned related to the seasons and the agriculture crops are grouped into three categories, that is Kharif, Rabi and Zaid crops. Kharif crop is also known as monsoon crops. The crops which is grown in monsoon season is known as Kharif crops. The crops which is grown during winter season is known as Rabi crops. Rabi crops is also known as winter crops. Zaid crops. Zaid crop means the crops which is grown during summer season is also called Zaid crops, or we can also say summer crops. And we have learned that because of the diversity in the geographical climate, varieties of land, different type of soils and different amount of a rainfall, we can also see the differences in the crop also in the all four sides of zone in India. There are the major crops which we are growing. There are the major agriculture products which we are growing in India, that we also grow food grains, pulses, oil seeds, beverages, cash crops, condiments, fruits and vegetable. And we came to know about that food grains. It means that if we are cultivating 75% of total area, then we will only get 50% of total production. It means 25% production we will get less. So I hope today you are not having any doubt. Tomorrow we will learn about each and every food grain. It means paddy, wheat, jowar, millet, what type of temperature, especially in which state this type of food grains are grown. That one by one crops we will learn in the details. So I hope till now you all are not having any doubt. Thank you.